What's up everybody, Daniel here, and in this video I am about to continue where I left off. I'm going to continue with object methods in JavaScript. So I was all the way, where was I? Descriptors. So now I moved on to get on property names, and yeah, without further ado, let's get it. All right. Has on get on property names. Static method returns an array of all properties. It's just basically that. All right. So I guess I can just what objects do I have? I have person. I can just try and maybe I should create a new one. Object dot get all, is it get on property names. This one. So that is weird. I usually use camel case. Alright. And then I'm gonna say, okay, yeah. So I thought it was oh, it's a static method. Oh wait, let me think. So it's a static method, but you would need to pass in the actual object in order to test out the okay, I get it. So in this case, so it just returns an array, a string array. So I mean, what if it's a number? It returns strings either way. Okay. Get property symbols. Get own property name. Get own property symbols. Okay. Get own property symbols static method returns an array of all symbol properties found directly upon a given object. The thing is, I don't really understand what symbols are, so I don't think I should be concerned myself with that. Get prototype of. The object get prototype of is a static method returns the prototype, the value of the internal protocol property of a specified object. I've promised myself to learn about prototypes and actually know how to create a prototype myself, but never really had the time for that. Okay. Object.create prototype 1, console.log object.get property type of object 1 is equals to prototype 1. Object.group by. Note, in some versions of some browsers, this method was implemented as the method array.prototype.group. Due to web compatibility issues, it is now implemented as a static method. Check out browser compatibility table for details, right? The object.groupBy static method groups the elements of a given iterable according to the string values returned by a provided callback function. The returned object has separate properties for each group, containing array with the elements in the group. The method should be used when group names can be represented by strings. If you need to group elements using a key that is some arbitrary value, use map.groupBy instead. Object.groupBy item and then callback. Let's see. What? I'm interested in this return result. So if you sort by type, which is vegetables, first it will be vegetables, and then it creates an array, and inside the array we have an object name, type quantity, name asparagus, type vegetable quantity, and that's the only vegetable. And then fruit, so I guess it'll look through the entire object and see, oh, we have two fruits. So fruit will return this object and this object, and then it'll go to meat, this is the third one, and then it'll group it. this object and this object. That's interesting. I'm not gonna rewrite this. It's pretty easy to understand, and it's yeah. If the property is inherited or does not exist, the method returns false. False, false. Makes sense. Has own. Okay. No, that makes sense. Kind of similar to has own property, but this is also obviously it's not a static method. Oh, has own is recommended over has own property in browsers where it is supported. Oh. In browsers where it is supported, so is it not supported in all browsers? Oh, okay. In browsers where it is supported. I don't know if they're talking about in browsers where this is supported or browsers where, you know, both these methods are supported. But either way, it works the same. And has own property. So do I pass in a string? Oh, it has to be a string, right? Okay, it has to be a string. I'm very confused. Oh, has own. Object that has own. True. And I could do the same. So I have to pass in a string. If I don't pass in a string, oh, it returns true. Okay, so it doesn't have to be a string if it's a number. Obviously, if it's like that, then obviously this has to be a string. It returns false. Wait, what? Name is deprecated. The declaration was marked as deprecated. Yeah. Arguments of type void is not assignable the type parameter of type property key. So, oh wait, let me just say gem or something, because that's kind of interesting. I just want to see. Cannot find gem. Okay, so there was something. Okay, that's what I wanted to find out, because I thought that I was thinking that name wouldn't work because it's not a string, but really name doesn't work because there was something else going on regarding objects and the name property. So yeah, either way, so this will return true, of course. All right, moving on right along is now object.is. Two values are the same. -0 and 0 are not the same. An object, empty object, and an empty object are not the same. I got that. Is extensible. So obviously if I freeze this object, then it is not extensible anymore, according to what I read in the freeze documentation. So is frozen basically checks if it's frozen or not. Is prototype of, is sealed. The object is sealed. Static method determines that the object is sealed. So I guess you can seal things. Can't find it. Anyway, console.log is sealed. Object1. Output is false. Dot keys returns right. All right. Prevent extension is enumerable prototype of local string value of values. Let me just go to values. So if you want values, this is what you get, and then if you want keys, that's what you get. Not this, but this. And then seal. I just want to see what seal does really. The object seal static method seals an object. Sealing an object prevents extension and makes existing property non-configurable. A seal object has a fixed set of properties. A new property cannot be added. Existing properties cannot be removed. Their enumerability, configurability cannot be changed, and its prototype cannot be reassigned. Values of existing properties can still be changed as long as they are writable. Seal returns the same object that was passed in. So I think the only difference between .seal and .freeze is that freeze basically you cannot do anything, absolutely anything. But then seal, the only thing you cannot do is you cannot add new properties. Existing properties cannot be removed. Their enumerability, configurability cannot be changed, and its prototype cannot be reassigned. Values, however, every other value, like everything in terms of values, can be changed. So basically, the difference between seal and freeze is that with freeze, you're basically stopping everything from happening. You can only consume the information from the object. However, .seal, the only thing that you can do is change the actual values, but anything to do with the keys or adding new properties to the object, that is off limits. That's good. I should probably type that out. Object.seal versus object dot value off. I guess you need to pass in the actual what is it, property, right? I'm just assuming. Value of method instance converts this value to an object. This method is meant to be overridden by derived objects for custom type conversion logic. So this is a function. I cannot understand what I'm reading. Or you're essentially creating a prototype for a particular object. It's like this toString is designed for Damn. It's like I understand it, but I need to consume it a whole lot more for me to completely understand exactly what's going on here. There's so much to learn in JavaScript, but yeah. I want to read this class method again. I know this is the standard way of doing things. I know how to use toString here, like this. This is okay. So okay, this is the JavaScript that I'm used to, or like programming that I'm used to. This is a bit confusing because it's just using functions and stuff. Like, okay. There's so much to learn, but okay, I get it. All right, I'm gonna stop typing or learning objects right now because I'm essentially at the end of the list. Really, I think the most memorable or the properties that I'm probably gonna use, or methods that I'm gonna use most of the time, I might use create, freeze. These two, I'm not sure if I'm going to use them as much. If I am going to use one of these, I'm going to use this one more often than not. I haven't clicked on this. Group by, I think there's usefulness to it, but has own property. Is frozen. Never really looked at that, I guess. Seal. ToString, of course, and yeah. Oh, I did watch this, or I did read. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and start learning React right now. I have Everything else is just for reference. I think it's React test. Add folder to workspace. I'm gonna add React test. So I have a React page over here. It's a next page actually. Geez, I actually don't remember how you things are done over here. Why is everything weirded out? Okay. Okay. I think I need to install types. I already have types. Okay, so I'm gonna fix this and then I'm gonna come back.